Window Firefox. Window switchboard pop 313. Tracing this new item. Close button. iTunes. Window iTunes. Previous bin button. Play button. Audio CD table. Converted 5. Converted 5. Audio CD table. Audio CD table. Close button.
Welcome to Hello Caller.
RiverWestRadio.com. Vertical line. Window. Riverwest Radio. Firefox. Window. Riverwest. Window. Close button. Window. Internet songs table. Name sort button. Elastic name sort button. Firefox. Window. RiverWestRadio.com. Vertical line. Riverwest Radio. Close button. Close button. Close button. Close button. Close button.
Welcome to Hello Caller. Welcome to Hello Caller. Welcome to Hello Caller. Welcome to Hello Caller. We are
Hello.
all access
Call.
VIP behind the scenes. Welcome to Hello Caller. We'll be accepting your calls today at
935-2951.
935-2951. This is a very special episode of Hello Caller in that we are going all access behind the scenes. We're taking you, the caller and the listener, behind the scenes of the Hello Callers studio here at River West Film and Video in a completely transparent and disclosable location. Well, we're sitting here. We got a lot of the wires cleared out. I don't know if you guys watched episodes number 14, 13, and 46. We had a lot of wires.
Yeah, well, that's what Zach says. I personally think that we still have a long way to go. I feel like it's a big mess. There's honey on the table. It's getting on my wrists.
Well,
You left out a cup since last week. It's moldy now.
well, I like having the cup as a prop. You know, you forget to wash a prop.
That's a good excuse.
Well,
but I honestly think that you just left it there, and you haven't
Yeah.
been cleaning the dishes. And I've been doing all the dishes around here, and I don't mind. I'm not. It's not a criticism against you, Zach,
No,
but I'm
I
just
know.
saying, in general, it'll reduce my stress level if you do pick up after yourself
Yeah. Well, I try to communicate.
after the show.
I think for me, the problem is that I try to communicate very clearly, and that sometimes I communicate so clearly that I'm almost all communication. And that can be a problem sometimes. But,
Well, that sounds great, but it also sounds kind of like you're dodging what I'm talking about, which is basically like, for example,
Okay.
I know you like making beet juice
sure.
before the show, and you like to add honey to it.
Well, yeah, I mean.
And that's you're always really generous about it, and
Yeah.
you give me and you buy I know you buy the beets with your
Yes.
food stamps, and
Yes.
you don't have to offer that to me, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's good for me to drink beet juice,
Well, I
because
want-
you know that if otherwise Elmo and me just drink orange pop all day.
Well, usually, yeah.
So I appreciate that, but then the thing is, you never clean up the juicer, and then that stuff collects fruit flies, especially this time of year.
Well, I thought that was one of those self-regulating juicers. I didn't know that I didn't know that was something that you.
Anyway, blah blah blah. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right. But we are behind the scenes today. We're gonna let you. We're gonna let your ears have a taste of all the different workings, all the different substratums and levels, and it is vast that go on here to make the Hello Caller program possible to you. And that's what this show is for. It's for you. It's for. Actually, I like to think this show is for a lot of people not listening yet, and that's really exciting to me. The thought that there are people that aren't listening yet that could be and will be.
It's kind of like extreme anonymity or something.
Yeah,
and I kind of like that.
I like that a lot too. Well, let's talk a little bit about ourselves, because we're always. Sometimes we do sort of we have kind of a radio persona. I know that. I've been passing around headshots around River West for years, but I didn't realize that show business would also involve the sound arts. But to get past this, let's talk a little bit about some things we do. What do you do when you're not on the show, working on the show, or on the show, Zav?
You mean besides for cleaning up around here and keeping things straight?
Well, yeah. Aside from that, I mean, you do a lot. I think you're making this into being sort of like a larger issue than it is, because I think you remember when we had Christmas in the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
Who picked up all the wrapping paper? Who picked it up? I did, and no one ever wants to pick up the wrapping paper after they open presents. No one thinks about the person that picks up the wrapping paper, but you're thinking about obvious things, and I'll be the first to admit I can improve a little bit on some of the chore factors, but I just
Well,
think
to
you're
be
not.
honest, no, I mean, I guess it just gets at me a little. The wiring thing is just so.
I know, it makes me stressed out,
Drives me
too.
kind of crazy.
I don't know who we could blame, and one of the people I'd like to blame is Nick, who's our tech support guy and our assistant producer of the program. The thing about him, if he wasn't so darn drunk all the time, maybe he could pitch in too. But I mean,
But he's no. To be fair, he needs to do that because he does
really intensive work. It's
brilliant work.
Yeah, it is
intensive work, and it's actually he needs it for his glaucoma.
Oh, that's right.
He needs to
He
drink
really shouldn't be doing much other
scotch. It's the only thing that works is straight scotch
than
for his.
I haven't
glau-
heard that.
Yeah.
Huh. Well-
So it's actually really kind of heroic.
That's the thing about Nick. I mean, it seems like, and I don't want to get into a side issue, but because he's this brilliant mind that, I mean, I've seen the guy weld two cell phones together to make an oscilloscope. You know what I mean? Because he's this brilliant person, it seems like he's sort of excused from a lot of responsibilities, but maybe that's a topic for another show. I'm going to say what some of the things I like to do when I'm not on the show, when I'm not working on the show or on the show, which is very rare. One of the things that I like to do, as you know, is I collect all different kinds of various keychains, and I have a huge collection of them. One of my favorite is the Ozzy Osbourne keychain from 1990. It's just plastic, and his face is still on it.
And it's
And-
kind of a reddish color with
Yeah.
a little hook on it. That
And
you
some
can-
people
with a
want-
spring-loaded hook.
The weird thing is, collectors know this. There's what is it? Poor condition, very fine, near mint, and mint. And I don't mind getting my keychains at a very fine to fine condition, because I think it has more character and more charm when you get a keychain where a little bit of the plastic is flaking off just slightly, and you see those little flakes. I think that there's a lot of virtue in wear and tear and decay. There's something that heightens the materiality of what you're collecting, and I think it's okay. Some people go nuts with that, but not me. What do you like to do when you're not working on the show, or working on press releases for the show, or Facebooking the show, Zav?
I'd like to create accounts. I have a lot of email accounts, and I create passwords. So I work pretty tirelessly on
Yeah.
unencryptable passwords. And then memorization is a whole other deal.
Wow.
So I spend a lot of time memorizing passwords and then creating new accounts. Once I memorize a password, it takes me sometimes up to a day to memorize, first create and then memorize a password, because obviously
Yeah.
it takes a lot less time to create a password than to memorize it. So then I memorize. I have all kinds of memory techniques for memorizing the passwords, and then once I've created a password and memorized it, then I create a new account. Usually I create like one account every day or two.
Yeah. One or two a day? Wow. And then
No, one every day or two.
Oh, okay.
At the best, I have created 2 in a day, but that was like one of those. I just had insomnia. I drank a lot of caffeine that
Yeah,
day.
and then you just kept going with the passwords. That's incredible. That's great. I do know you like to write haiku also. You like to write a classical, what is it with you and wine coolers? Whenever we go out for the Hello Caller cruise, you're always bringing that sack of Franzia along. Is that something that you...
Yes, I am a big fan of Franzia, and I know a lot of people think it's a cheap,
the
it's kind of
raspberry.
like a Mogen David, or not
Yeah.
Mogen David. Mogen David's different. That's more
Yeah.
of a Jewish holiday wine.
Yeah.
Where Franzia is more of a general, any time of year, any day wine. However, I prefer a rosé to a white, like a white Zinfandel, or
Oh, that's what that
or
is.
a red. A Merlot or
Sure.
a Pinot Noir. And the reason that Franzia, it comes in a convenient satchel that I can take out of the cardboard box, and then I can carry it in the canoe if I'm canoeing.
The canoeing
and also,
that you love to do.
it's still a good wine in warmth and under warm conditions.
That's an interesting point. I have noticed that also Franzia in a canoe, kind of, it's like one of those things where it's like, just right. You know what I mean?
And it goes really good with some good swag.
Some good. Yeah, that's true. I know that you sometimes. Well, the weird thing about you, and then again, one of the great things about Hello Caller is we get to describe everything to you, the listener, and you, the listener, can participate in our descriptions at 935-2951. That's 935-2951. A lot of people don't know this, but Zav kind of has like set a lot of trends. He likes to wear knee pads, sometimes just one, and I think that's really great. I think that doesn't
comes
serve
from
any purpose, functional at all.
Well, it actually did once serve a purpose, which was that I took piano tuning courses for about 6 months.
Oh yeah.
At the Institute of Piano in downtown Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you do is you spend a lot of time, on your knees, and I found that my right knee is very resilient, which is odd because I'm left-handed. But you know how they say that if you're left-handed, you're actually right-brained?
You're right-brained. And also, if your left knee is bad, how does that go? If your left knee is bad, you tend to have a stronger right arm as well.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. And so, of course, I have a stronger left arm
Sure.
when I tune. And it believe it or not, one of the most important requirements of piano tuning is arm strength.
Right.
That if you don't have a strong, steady arm. And this is odd because when I was in the military, I was a terrible shot. I never got any awards for firing a weapon. But I have a very strong, steady left. I have a strong, steady left, which is important because the tuning device is often couched in the left side of the piano between the outer board and the piano mantle. And so that's another reason why lefties are often good piano tuners. But I especially have an unusually steady left hand, strong steady left hand. And so because of the somehow with the counterlevering of my knee to my arm, I put a lot of pressure on my right knee, and that made me put on the knee pad.
God.
But then after that, I got a lot of compliments. Just
Right.
especially
They look great.
yeah, especially when I was like going, to like I don't know if you remember fried eggs and Tootsies, but that was a really popular
Sure.
club down. Now it was called Mantra recently, but this is back in the '80s.
Sure.
I got a lot of compliments. This was before Michael Jackson was
Did
wearing the
pads
single
and
glove.
shoulder pads and the
Right.
single glove.
And I've always thought maybe somehow that meme filtered down to Michael Jackson through some bizarre, maybe someone saw me who then like moved to LA
Moved
and
to
then
LA
like
and
was
then
in
met
the
him
clubs
for a second
and then
and
would
said,
wear.
"Whoa."
And then of course I don't just wear that typical knee pad that looks like that has that sort of that kind of cloth that they use for bonding for sprains and stuff. That pinkish skin tone.
Yeah.
I found that to be very unappealing, and it would get
Smudged and
smudgy,
get dirty
a
easily.
little dirty. So then
I like the paisley. I think it looks kind of classy, actually.
and so then I went with a satin for a while, and then I added studs to it. And then I got some imitation diamonds put in. And then after that, I got more elaborate, and I added gold trim, and then the gold trim led to patches, and then I added all kinds of patchwork, and then of course there was the make, which was Taiwan, and that kind of turned into my theme.
Right.
And then lately I've been going backwards, and I've gone with more nanofibers, and it's just become a signature thing with me, and it actually comes in handy, whenever I'm doing any kind of work. But the funny thing, long story short, the funny thing is I never went on to be I had a really a strong career in piano tuning that I just completely never followed up on.
Never went through.
And I don't know, it was just young angst, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I went back in time now,
hammer it out on the piano. Yeah.
well, I don't even play piano. That's
No,
the funny
now,
part.
right.
Yeah, yeah. But
Well, that's. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot of subplots packed into your life, and I think that's really exciting. I was gonna take a look right now. We're behind the scenes VIP Hello Caller. I was about to take a look backstage and take a look at our call switchboard and see what's happening back there. And I'm going to reconnect through our main phone line. We have about 18 different phone lines going at any given time. Those phone lines, 2 of them connect to a Twitter feed, and then we have a whole roll of laptops that we keep mounted, just kind of mounted here through again, Zav is kind of a craftsman. He has made his own, and I don't know if he's selling these online yet or eBay or what, but they're cell phone racks. Cell phone racks and laptop mounts.
Right. Well,
so you just mount them right there.
To be fair, I just Googled them and ordered them online, and bought them on credit.
Well, I don't know. I'm not so sure I'm interested in the
And I actually
authorial
had Nick
presence question.
I had Nick install them. So.
Yeah, but aren't you the authorial presence there? Aren't you the one saying, "Hey, this needs to be here"? You might as well say
I
you made
suppose
it.
you're right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what we mean
No,
by
I need to learn
authorial
to take
presence.
compliments better. It's true.
It's yours. Write your name on
It's
it.
taken me, I don't know, I'm 49 years old now, and it's taken me 48 years to realize to learn how to take a compliment. So thank you. Yes.
No, you're welcome.
Thank
And
you.
Again, I want to say that there are a lot of things that we could all work on, and before we go behind the scenes, I want to just give you a little message. We have a lot of things that happen on the show. Sometimes my voice gives out, and what is that you always want me to drink again when my voice gives out, which it does tend to do sometimes?
Sysaid is usually SYSAID.
Oh, Sysaid. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard pineapple juice. I've heard combos of pineapple juice.
Well, Sysaid is a synthesized version of pineapple juice. It also contains all-in-one limits to the Spanish spice. What's it called again? It's not paprika, but it's an all-in-one.
Schwag?
No, it's not Schwag.
Oh, okay.
It's a private label. Anyway, in a second I'll remember it, but Sysaid just has all the stuff, and it's got Akia. How do you pronounce that? Akia berry.
It has a Q in it.
Acia berry.
Acia berry. Yeah. Well, anyway, the point is my voice gives out all the time on the show,
Right.
and sometimes we have to get a voice double in, and that's when we call Roger, who is my Zach Peepers voice double for the program, and I'm gonna see if he could just give us, because again, this is all access. I want you guys to sort of give us a little taste. But okay, this is my voice double.
Hi, Zach.
Hey, how you doing, Roger?
Pretty good.
I wanted to talk to you about when you do voice.
Yeah.
The voice double. On the show, when you're doubling for my voice, and I know you do a lot of different work, do you ever find that you're trying too hard to do an impression of me, or does it come naturally when you have to step in when I have voice problems?
Yeah, well, I mean, as both you and Dov know, for a lot of years, I've been kind of a voice actor, and I've been looking for a lot of work, and when I saw the Craigslist posting, God, you would have, how many Craigslist postings did you put up for this show? I don't even remember.
I would say,
A lot.
well, I remember doing it at least twice.
Yeah, well, I answered one of them, to say the least, and it was miraculous as soon as I got on the phone with you, Zach, because I realized we had a lot of similarity in our voices, and you guys were looking for a double, so I guess it's just career destiny or whatever. Maybe there's destiny, and maybe there is career destiny.
Thanks a lot, Roger. That's great. Roger.
Roger's great, and I got to say, I met Roger the first time I met Roger. I thought it was Zach, and Roger played a joke on me, and pretended he was Zach,
You're also at Walmart, correct? Didn't help much.
Right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I tend to try to keep a low profile about my shopping there.
Hey, listeners, behind the scenes, Rob was in a Walmart once.
More than once, unfortunately. Anyway, you played this trick on us, and I honestly fell for it. I totally thought that I was talking to Zach for quite a while, and we were talking about really personal things, and it kind of hurt my feelings. But it worked. It was effective, and it made me feel like we needed to go ahead with this thing. We're gonna have you as a double.
So I'm guessing, Roger, you really enjoy when you have to step in for a voice double.
I gotta tell you, Zach, I do, and I enjoy the program, and you guys are great to party with, and I love drinking the Ferns, with Zav. But it is 4:20, so I gotta go, guys. Thanks, and to all you listeners out there, I'll call, give those guys a call, and ask them some behind-the-scenes personal questions. These guys can do it all in the tech stuff pretty easy. So, all right, Zach, Zav, I'll see you guys next time you need me to step in and pretend that I'm Zach. Okay, bye-bye.
Thanks, Roger. Thanks.
It's interesting because I know this woman.
Oh, you're a little hot, Zav.
Yeah.
Wow.
That happens with our phone.
This happens a lot.
I know this woman, and she sounds just like this other person I know.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of I almost want to bring them together, but then I realized it would be just self-conscious or something.
Oh, really?
Something, you know what I mean? Like, people don't really like to be pointed out, especially people don't want to be told that they look like someone else.
I saw your doppelganger.
Right. Yeah.
How many times do you get that?
Everybody's a little everybody wants to believe they're unique, and so it's one of those things that it's really hard to tell a person that. But I do know this woman, and she reminds me of this other woman when she talks, and I feel like I would like to get them together because I wonder if they would get along.
Well, they probably wouldn't. I mean,
exactly.
Most people don't get along. That's one of the keys to it. Most people just don't because they don't want to. Roger didn't get a chance because he always dashes off at 4:20. Again, Roger, if you're just tuning in, we just talked to Roger. We are behind the scenes, full access behind the scenes at Hello Caller. Call us 935-2951 if you'd like to ask some questions of any of our staff and crew. I'm going to wander into the back in a few minutes, but before I do that, I'd like to play a piece. Roger also is a sound artist, and he's very modest about this. And one of the things he was doing for a while, he didn't like the piece, but he did give me permission to play it, is some of, I think it's sort of a self-empowerment tape that he had done. This is previous work he'd done in his career. And I guess this is some kind of self-empowerment tape. It's an embarrassment to him a little bit. So, Roger, if you're still listening on the phone, I know it's 4:20 and we just talked to you, but I'm going to play something from the vaults.
And don't worry, Roger. I mean,
we all have things.
We wouldn't play this stuff if we didn't think it was,
And don't we all have things from our career in our past that we're a little embarrassed about? Remember when I played bass in the Unholy Eagles and we always had to play at the Summerfest side stage for years? Those guys paid me to do that. But this is Roger. This is Roger's little taste. Sorry, Roger, I'm going to embarrass you. Of Roger's distinguished early career as a some sort of empowerment coach. Let's give it a listen.
Look, all I wanted to really say was make the point that you could be what you needed anytime you want. All you do is get up, stroll down the street, find a job, make a friend, call an old friend up, and make the call. It's easy enough. And all you do is make the call, find a shoe, get it off, make a success story too. And you can be anything you really want to. Just make sure that what you do is sensible. Make the call now. And I still have about 10 to 20 of his personal possessions that he has.
Oh man, Roger, sorry about that. Little outtake from Roger's past as the sound. Whew, that is exciting.
Roger.
What a great voice
guy.
artist. I mean, he can do any. Have you heard his Donald Duck? Oh.
Is that the phone?
I have a personal call, which is very fitting here for behind the scenes Hello Caller. Let me just, to our listeners, you won't be hearing the person on the other end of the call, but you will be hearing me. So let me just hit this. Hello Caller, you're on Zach Pieper's personal cell phone. Go. Hello. 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 Oh, I guess I lost them. It looks here like it was an unlisted number, which is too bad because I love unlisted numbers. You know. Hey, you're on Hello Caller. Go. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, can I call you back at another number in just a second?
Has new window.
Okay, bye-bye. Hey, you're on Hello Caller. Go. Okay, Zav, could you do me a huge favor? I need you to hand me that phone if you'd be so kind. Would you mind dialing in this for me?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I just received a personal call, and, you know, I'm not going to lie to the listeners. Sometimes we all get personal calls here on the program. God, I don't know if that's the IRS that's always calling Zav or what, but we get a lot of personal calls, and sometimes we filter them through, and sometimes we don't. But it is, again, I'll admit it's been difficult to get to the back room through all the wires. I'll be honest, there's still a lot of wires in here spilling out of the walls. And there's a lot of circuit boards. Again, that's Nick's stuff. He's building something called an emoticon.
And that he
Yeah.
deserves to make a mess.
Sure.
We all do at a certain time, at certain times in our life.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi. How are you doing? Is this Sam?
Yeah.
Hi. Hey, Sam, I noticed you gave me a personal call, and I just want to tell you right now you're on the program Radio Caller. I'm sorry,
now?
Hello Caller. Yeah, you are. Would you like to tell me personally what you're going to tell me on your personal phone call? Because this is a special all-access behind-the-scenes show, so we're going behind the scenes, and I'd like to know what you wanted to talk about.
Oh, this is exciting. Cute. So, all I wanted to talk about is you working for me.
Okay, what time were you thinking about me working for you?
Sometime as soon as possible. I don't... Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't foresee that being possible because as you know, right now I'm on the air. How's your day going?
Pretty terrible.
You got the sinuses going on?
Yes, I do. Do you?
Yes, I do. I'm afraid I do. What are you going to do when you're done with work, Sam? Or before work?
I think I was just hanging out, the house. Air conditioning, it was super hot.
Yeah.
I want to go outside.
Did you receive any personal phone calls today that you'd like to share with us at behind the scenes?
Well, my phone was dead the whole day, so, anybody who called didn't leave a message.
No. I hate that, don't you?
Oh, I do. My phone dies all the time.
Or do you ever get the messages where there's no one at all? Where it's just sort of like the sound of clicking and breathing and laughing for a second and then then they hang up?
Yeah, I feel like Walter likes to do it all the time.
Yeah, he does. He does.
does.
Walter
Yeah.
also works with Sam and I. Let's not say where we work, but let's just keep saying work.
Work.
Well,
I like
Sam,
work.
I will give you another personal call later with the program if I can help you out.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'll look into
please.
it.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for being on Hello Caller, Sam. Thanks for giving me a personal call as well. Okay,
Anytime.
take care.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Hello Caller, all access. Behind the scenes, all access. Behind the scenes, Hello Caller. That's 935-2951. Give us a call. We're going all the way back. Woo! Well, should I take a look at what some of the things go on back here? I'll give you a
Yes.
call, Zav. In the meantime, why don't you give us some more, talk a little bit about some of the different roles that we have on the program, and I'll see who I can scrounge up around the studio as I go back with my handheld cellular phone. Again, you can give us a call, 935-2951.
Well, some of the things that we do here that involve putting this whole thing together is that we have our main tech support, which is Nick, and he's here today, and we're going to talk to Nick shortly. We also have Victoria, who does our call screening.
iTunes, window, product text edit, running.
Yes, Victoria.
I'm sorry.
And
Just gotta. It's for listeners who don't know. For order me to get behind into the call switchboard, I gotta push this volt that is electrified out of the way, and it's kind of something that we do for security, safety. I'm going.
okay, just to, watch out for that fan. Don't trip on the fan. And in addition to that, we have a lot of people who make artists famous here. And one of them is calling right now. Hello, caller.
Hi.
Could you state your name?
Whatever you want. Hi.
Who?
I'm the producer.
Oh, okay. This is a producer. What is this? Tom?
Yeah.
So what does it take to produce Hello Caller? What does it involve? What does it entail?
I usually just fan in the background and I make sure there's a lot of feathers attached with strings to the fans nearby. Mostly moral support, really.
And what is the budget like for an average episode of Hello Caller?
I don't think there's any budget for it.
Does it take a lot of hours in the week, or is it something that just you do sort of on the side as a hobby?
I think it might disappear hours. I don't know. But I think it's a negative hour thing, or maybe it's like mostly improv.
So in a sense, by producing Hello Caller, you get younger.
Yeah. Time goes backwards when I do it.
And what about money? Does that go backwards as well?
Does that mean the more that I work, the less I get, or the less I work, the more I get?
I guess you asked.
Both, yeah.
But both. Okay, because I was going to say I don't know. I'm asking you. Is it difficult working with Zach and Zav on the show? And I'm sorry, I'm talking about myself in the third person.
No, it's not difficult really at all. I don't really do anything for it.
What do you think about the uncanny similarity between Roger's voice as a stunt double and Zach, since we had Roger in today?
It's incredibly uncanny.
And what about working with Nick?
Who's Nick?
Nick is our tech person.
Oh yeah. He's great.
Is he someone who is easy to work with?
Yeah, he's so easy. I didn't know he was here really.
And have you ever thought about hiring a different cast or getting new people on board? Why is it that you settled with a two-person show?
Well, I guess three's a crowd, really. But
Huh. Okay. And what about if you're just having one person?
Oh, Zav, sorry, Tom he just got a page or a beep or something, and it looks like he's walking very quickly to one of your 7 parking lots that we have surrounding the building.
Okay.
I'm going to keep walking back here. Oh.
Careful.
And I'm still going. Sorry about that. We're still going, and, okay. Yeah.
Zach, can you describe where you are right now? Like, can you describe your surroundings for the audience, for the listener audience?
I'm in the room with, there's a lot of tapes, cassette tapes piled up of calls, various calls. And on my right side on the wall, there is a lot of mounted equipment. I see a Dell, I see a mounted laptop, looks bronze. I'm seeing the really beautiful display on the right wall here in the studio behind the scenes.
Can you describe what you're wearing, Zach?
Yes, I'm wearing a cut-off. This is not my style normally, but I cut the sleeves off of my my shirt. And I have a bandana on. Actually, I guess one of them fell out. I have two bandanas on, and both of them have the flag. Oh no, it's not a flag. Oh, sorry. One of the bandanas as I unfold it has the Michelin Man figure on it. So I'm just kind of wearing that because it is extremely scorching hot in here, as you know, obviously. You've been down here. And again, this is where we archive all our tapes. Personal calls, transcriptions, private calls, talks with lawyers over various legal matters, and they're down here. And there's also, like I said, there's mice. Not real mice, but mice as in computers, and they're sort of hanging from the wall, and they do look like real mice because the tail is sort of cutely just hanging there. And I think this is some of Nick's equipment. I'm not sure, but it's really exciting. And if I can get somehow toward...
Let me ask you this, Zach. Do you think that we can get an autographed, some kind of autographed technical piece of equipment from Nick as a gift to our callers, to our audience members?
Oh, yeah. This is going to be hard to do, but wow. Normally Nick, as you know, his office is off limits, even to us, because he needs a lot of quiet. I only come in to bring him like some Frito-Lays on a paper plate or something, but he is working all the time. He's got the soldering gun out, and he's got the goggles on, he's got the scotch next to him. And I will ask him, let me ask him and try to come back up to the studio with something autographed, and if we have a caller call, maybe they can win this autographed piece of equipment from Nick. So I'll be meeting you back up in the studio in a minute as soon as I come from behind, okay, Zav?
Okay.
All right. Zav, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
I mean, I just want behind the scenes for a minute. I know that we have separation issues, but I just had to go behind the scenes to talk to Nick. Look what I got. Hey man, look what I found. It's your favorite. It's your favorite, Zav. Oh, we got a call. Zav, pull yourself together. Jesus. Hello, caller. Hello, caller?
Going to look at something that gives power.
Oh, it's Nick.
That's not Nick.
It is Nick. That's Nick. You can see that it's him. There he is with his soldering gun.
Why is he drinking from that bottle, from the red bottle?
Oh, that's not scotch, is it?
No, that's not scotch at all, man.
That's Gatorade.
It's 5-finger Gatorade. 5 fingers of Gatorade.
Nick! Zav is really upset you couldn't make it to the show. I know that you're busy making the show happen. There are so many people that make this show possible. So many. And I'd like to give a few shout-outs right now to some people behind the scenes. I want to give a shout-out to Tyrell. I want to give mad props to Little Marcus. I want to give mad props to Audie Slims. I want to give a big thank you to Karen and Stephen Weiser, who have donated at least $10 to the program Hello Caller. I'd like to thank Steve. I'd like to thank Roger again for being on the program. I'd like to thank Karen. I'd like to thank some of our optics managers, our optics engineers, Steve and Ray Leota. Thank you guys so much. And I'd also like to thank, I would like to thank Sleepy G. How you doing, Sleepy? Sleepy likes to come in sometimes. He's sort of our chef. He's sort of our impromptu chef on the program. Thank you so much. There are a lot of people that make this possible. I'd like to thank the how could I not thank Gary at Yamaha? I want to thank Steve1 at US Cellular. I want to thank Steve2 at AT&T. I want to thank Steve4 at
Cherry Hill.
Cherry Hill. And wait a minute. Who is the person that comes and delivers our mail again?
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the guy from Television Tropes and Idioms?
Oh yeah.
I think that's.
Oh my God, this is embarrassing. We're thanking someone we can't remember their darn name.
Allie Lupkin.
I should have asked the producer. I should have asked Tom. Allie Lupkin. Thanks, Allie. And I want to thank also. You know what? I want to thank Gary. I want to thank Roger. I want to thank May. I want to thank Einer. I want to thank Little B. I want to thank Goatsy. I want to thank Ray Ray from Tampa Bay. I want to actually strike that. I want to unthank Ray Ray from Tampa Bay. I want to thank Vicky. Actually, let's get, if we can, back up here. Vicky. She's been on the program before. Our call screener, Victoria, and we like to call her Vicky. So, if you have any questions for Victoria, give us a call, 935-2951. This is VIP, all access.
Highlighted.
Behind the scenes.
It was a process. I was living in Ozaki County at the time with my 4 kids.
Wait, Victoria, we're not even talking yet. She must. Victoria is fully automated, so she does occasionally talk ahead of before we ask her questions.
For our listeners, let's wait. Zab, we got to explain what a call screener is. Or should we ask Victoria if we can get her?
Solidly.
A call screener is often, in many radio programs, a sort of unseen
window shoutouts. It was a process. I was living in Ozaki County at the time with my 4 kids. We done a little extra work making me an expert. And there were some folks that wanted me to represent them, why I don't know. So I tried being a talent manager. It was a process. I was
Wow, Vicky. Could you tell us a little bit more about what it is you do as a call screener? I mean, that's your background. We know your background. I mean, Vicky is so professional that she likes to just spout off parts of her resume as if that's what she's about to be asked. And it's actually conditioned a lot like shell shock. I can't remember what the technical term is, but it's for whenever, if you've been in the sound field with radio or the entertainment field, you know this condition. It's where someone asks you any question, you just start spouting off your resume randomly. You just start spouting off your resume, and I think Vicky has a touch of that. I'm sorry. What were we going to ask?
Go ahead, Vicky. Just tell us what you were about to say.
Well, I had a hard crew to draw to. I represented an out-of-work mouseketeer, a lady auctioneer, and a cruise director that never docked. The agent that I was hounding said to me, I don't want to represent your people, but you've got guts. Why don't you come to work for me?
What was that? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
That was my beginning.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Vicky, how do you?
My beginning.
Okay, that was your beginning. How would you say you? How do you screen calls? What's the first thing you do?
May I ask who's calling? They should always give you a name. I always ask where they're calling from when I don't recognize the name. A lot of telemarketers will give their first name only, as if they're friends of the person they are asking for.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that often happens. So what are some of the main things that you're trying to accomplish when you get a call?
I ask who's calling. They should always give you a name. I always ask where they're calling from when I don't recognize the new line. They are different for home and work. Please be as specific as you can, and at home know the wishes of the head of household.
The head of household? Oh boy. Vicky, let's not get controversial here. You say head of household, and we're all in trouble. These boards are already lighting up. You're giving yourself more work, Vicky, back there.
Well, here, I mean, what do you?
They are different for home and work. Please be as specific as you can, and at home know the wishes of the head of household.
Okay, well, that's a good
Unhighlighted.
point.
Yeah.
It was a process. I was living in Ozaki County at the time
Yeah,
with my 4
no,
kids.
I know.
We
It's
done
that
a little
resume condition.
It was a process.
Vicky, settle
I was
down.
living in Ozaki County.
We
New
know.
line. Highlighted.
We know.
N.
Resumania, that's what it is. Or is that the slang for it, where you just
Look
respond?
at the caller ID and don't answer
Jesus.
it if you don't want to talk to the person. Highlighted. Window.
That's a good point.
It was a process. I was living in Ozaki County
What
at the
does it
time with my
mean?
4 kids.
What does it
We
mean?
done a little extra. Look at the caller ID and don't answer it if you don't want to talk to the person. Unhighlighted. Window. Shoutouts vertical line. Come here post vertical. It was a process. I was living in Ozaki. Unhighlighted.
I'm sorry, Vicky. This is really hard for both of us.
She has this. I don't want to laugh.
It means you need a new phone. Highlighted. Window. It was a process. I was living in Ozaki County at the time with my 4 kids. We done a little extra work. It means you need a new phone. Unhighlighted. L. Misspell Skype. Download Skype and make free calls and video calls to other Skype users. If you want to call someone, you can buy Skype credit and they will give you like a phone number that people can call. Highlighted. It was a process. I was living misspell Skype window. It was a process. I was living new line.
Vicky, you need to settle down. Please.
1. Make your first call to whoever that may be, then tell them to hold on while you attempt to conduct a 3-way call. 2. Hit the call button and make sure nobody is on the line, then dial the other. Hi guys, it's me. Highlighted.
Oh, hi, Vicky. We've established. Are you feeling a little better? I mean, it's a little difficult. Vicky.
Yes.
Vicky. What is it that brought you? I mean, I know your resume, and you keep spouting off this resume, but we want to know about you personally, not just your resume, Victoria. Victoria, we know each other. We spend a lot of time at the company
I am
Hello
in love
Caller
with you,
Party.
Zach. New line. I am in love with you, Zach. Highlighted.
Victoria, this isn't the time or the place
Yes.
to be. Victoria.
Yes, I am in love with. Highlighted.
But
It was a process. I was living in Ozaki. Hi guys, it's me. Yes, I am in
Victoria,
love with you.
pull
Zach.
yourself-
Highlighted. Misspelled K.
pull yourself together,
line.
Victoria, please, for the good of the program.
Boom.
Okay, can we talk a
Yourself.
little bit about yourself?
Together.
No,
Misspelled and.
let's talk about you, Victoria. Yes.
Pull yourself together, Zach. Zach. Highlighted. Window. Shoutouts vertical line. Misspell V. New line.
This is a behind-the-scenes special program
Yes.
of Hello Caller. And you are our call screener. And
Yes.
you are many more things than that to us. But for now, you're our call screener.
Really.
For now, Victoria, you are our call screener.
New line. Space. Real. Highlighted.
You are lots of other things
Highlighted.
to me, Victoria.
Space.
But you're also our call
Like.
screener.
World.
Could I ask you what drew you to call
Like.
screening?
What?
What drew you to call screening, Victoria?
You.
Me?
You.
I think,
You. Called. Me.
please, don't do
You.
this. Not here.
Called. T.
Please,
Me.
not
Two.
here.
This.
Please,
Am.
not here. Not now.
So.
Victoria. Give us a call if you'd like to ask our call screener, Victoria, a question. 935-2951.
Zach.
Yes. Victoria. Is there something you'd like to ask me?
You called me to this. I am so angry with you, Zach. Highlighted.
Why are you angry with me, Victoria? Highlighted.
Pull yourself together, Zach. Zach.
I am together, Victoria.
It was a process.
Everyone's-
I am in love with you, Zach.
Everyone's
Window.
so emotional
It was
around
a
me here.
process. I was living in Ozaki County at the
Stop,
time with
why
my
are you
4
crying?
boys. It's me.
Oh, God.
Window. It was a process. I was living in Ozaki County at the time with my 4 kids. We done a little extra work. New line.
Okay, Victoria.
I'm
You gave us some great tips about how to be
Just-
a effective call screener, but I need you to tell me something about yourself.
okay. Like. What? Question mark. New line.
That's our call screener here on the program, Victoria.
No. I'm not. Done.
If you'd like to ask...
Misspelled. Yo. Misspelled. Why? You.
Can we get a techie in here? Victoria's on the fritz.
Zach.
Victoria, please. I respect you as a professional and an individual. I respect your resume, and I respect all of your personality traits. I respect your personality traits. I respect you as an individual. Hey, Ray. Hey, here's another behind-the-scenes aspect of Hello Caller. One of our special tech support guys, Ray.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great, Ray.
Hey Ray, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
Would you mind telling us something about you, Ray? What do you do here?
Pretty much. Well, no, I just pick crap up and when you ask me to, so we'll get her out of here.
Thanks, Ray. We are behind the scenes on Hello Caller. We're running towards the end of the program. Give us a call, 935-2951. That's 935-2951. This is an all-access VIP episode.
Yep.
And I think you know what that means. It means that there's a party happening. We're getting to say hi to everybody. A lot of people don't know this, but the Christmas episode, the episode that we have around Christmas time,
With all the wrapping paper.
Yes.
And we have the wrapping paper
Yes.
from all parts of the country. All parts of Wisconsin are represented by the wrapping paper.
oh yeah, we have
And,
Dora County wrapping paper. We have Dodge County wrapping paper. That's the one that has the squirrel on it.
Some of my favorite types of wrapping paper are Dodge County wrapping paper. As a matter
Oh,
of
I
fact.
loved it.
I
It's handmade also.
Some of it is handmade. Some of it is machine made. But what I really appreciate is when I see the wrapping paper that is made from Dodge County. You see the actual the small ears in the machinery that print the wrapping paper, and so it's actually one of the we have one of the largest wrapping paper conferences in this part of the east side of Milwaukee. So just something that just a little plug.
taste of
Little
some
plug
of the
for
things that we do. But that was episode 14, the Christmas episode, and that was a huge success. We had more listeners than ever on that program. We had 20 listeners, and I would like to give a call right now to our promotions manager. Hopefully we can get him on the line. He does a lot of stuff like Facebook. He does the Twitter feeds. He does pretty much what helped you hear about Hello Caller. This guy has done it, and he's been in the field for a long time. He has a little promotions company. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what would be hearing if we called Bobby, our promotions manager. You'd be hearing that.
Well, let me just check here. Bobby, are you there?
Bobby, we want to talk to you a little bit about how you make Hello Caller happen, Bobby.
Bobby, are you there?
Huh.
Bobby, can you hear us?
Hey, Bobby. That is nuts.
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby,
I'm calling you now, Bobby.
we can't reach you. Okay, I'm gonna move a little bit more behind the scenes here, and I am going to try another person that works on the program. Boy, it's like a ghost town in here today. The one time we do out of town, one time we do behind the scenes, everybody's out of town on business. We are going to be talking right now to our other assistant promotions manager. And in a weird way, you think that assistant means you don't do as much, but
actually, you do quite a bit.
Oh, you do a lot of stuff.
So this is Mike.
Hi, this is Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Hey.
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 We thought we were calling Mike.
We thought we were calling Mike. We were just trying to talk to you a little bit about, we're doing a behind-the-scenes program of Hello Caller. We want to talk to you a little bit about how you help promote the show, because you are a promotions manager. And could you tell us a little bit about your role?
Sure. Well, basically, I just get the word out about you guys.
Uh-huh. What are the ways that you do that, Bobby?
Just basically...
Friendster, Facebook apps?
Well, you don't have to put the words in my mouth.
Oh, sorry, Bobby.
Basically, I use Friendster.
Yeah.
And MySpace. And Flickr.
Flickr? Oh, right.
It's a photo sharing app.
Uh-huh.
And, basically, I have a lot of contacts. I got my email. I concentrate on my email contacts.
Uh-huh.
And, just kind of send it out to all my followers.
Uh-huh. You have quite a few, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Well, that's the funny part, is that you're a promoter, and you've got, so are you doing kind of cross promotion? Is that how it works? Is it sort of like using, working off of the other groups that you promote? Or do you kind of keep things separated in that sense?
We look cross promote where we can. When we see an opportunity to jump on that, we definitely mix them together and look for overlaps.
What's some of the other kinds of promotion you've done? I'm sorry again. The promotion company is the media promotion company.
Yeah, no, it's Special Promotions.
Special Promotions. And how'd you get that name, Special Promotions, Bobby? If I could ask you.
Oh, we just, you just make it up.
You just thought of it, just out of it.
Yeah.
Wow, that is wild.
You can name your company whatever you want.
That is wild.
As long as there is not an existing
company
that has that name. And
so if you thought of a name like Old Movie Dramatic Music, you could call it that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's certain rules.
Zen Garden, would that work?
Which one?
Zen Garden with an asterisk.
Yeah. Well, punctuation's tricky.
What if you had a name like, it means to think about anything in quotation marks and arrive at the contemplation of, unquote, the purpose of the mini garden. Could that be a name?
Yeah, well, is quotes spelled out, or are they like the literal punctuation quotation marks, or is it like the word quote?
Both.
Or unquote?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Wow.
Well, yeah, that might cost extra.
Why would it? Because it costs, they charge per word?
Well, no, it's just cumbersome, it's kind of based on efficiency, I guess, or...
What about just S, like the letter S?
I think it has to be...
That's already taken.
5 letters, at least 5 letters.
No, there's already a promotion company called S. I know those guys. It's my friend Kenny from LA. They do promotion already.
No, it's impossible. There's no way they could have got that.
What about Chinese characters?
Sure.
I love them. They're so beautiful and elegant.
Would you consider naming our promotion company with Chinese characters?
Yeah, just point me to it.
I want to thank you so much, Bobby, for all the work that you've done for Hello Caller. And, while we do,
Well, how are the numbers looking?
Well, we're doing okay. We talked to our producer. This is our behind-the-scenes episode. So we talked to Tom today, and Tom said that we make no money at all.
No, he was saying the opposite, that we actually make opposite money, reverse money.
Well, that may or may not matter as long as you're breaking even.
Oh, breaking even is the goal in a weird way, isn't it?
Who do you think is our biggest listening audience, and how are we targeting them?
Yeah.
I guess I would say female seniors.
Really?
Well, that's not everyone, but that'd just be the majority.
And that's our target. That's our major demographic right now. That's what you find.
Yeah. Well, it's those that I don't know why. That's probably what we pushed for the hardest, but
You certainly do push that hard, Bobby. You certainly do.
we went after that demographic for you guys. For some reason, I don't have my notes on me, but for some reason we thought that would be, and it's so.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have are we gonna get together soon, Bobby? Just us three?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Have some friends, yeah.
Well, I better run, guys.
Okay.
I got a call coming in. This might be a big break for you guys, so.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling.
I'll definitely keep you posted, but
Thanks, Bobby.
Generally this number is it's kind of a busy number, so if I maybe just email me, or there's always, you could leave a comment on my website.
Bobby?
Yep.
Before you go, can you make us a promise?
Promise us.
Bobby?
Yep.
Are you gonna stick with us?
I promise.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you, callers.
Okay.
You've been listening to Hello Caller.
We love you, Bobby. We really do. We really care about you.
I care about you guys too.
That's Bobby from Special Promotions, who works on the program Hello Caller. You've been listening to a very special behind the scenes Hello Caller. Thank you.